2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. His throw incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. After 29-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stump the run, and then executed.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
He was taken down.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They run with Harris. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Out to his left. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Brady. And he's going to go down again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Gets this one to Morris. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd and goal, Allen, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Once again, it's Jacobs, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Brady. That's caught by Waller out left side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Brady now on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. Now, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And the Raider first down.
Brady to throw again. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Brady going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen off the play fake. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And with a size of lead. I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A gain of 2. Brings up 4th down and many yards.
They go with Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Tannehill. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dropped
for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Brady. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Number 22.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's a gain of 7.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up the 4th down.
Brady going to go on fourth down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, Brady. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's another interception. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the gun on third down, Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays.
He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Brady to throw for it on fourth down.
Oh, hit as as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Bucs.